being a creation that's part of this thing we call nature or the universe. Our lives, our very existence depends upon the flow of things that we can't see all the time, even most of the time. Being someone who has had double bypass surgery and lung disease, and I carry my little thing around all the time, I have a real awareness of flow, a lot. And I think over the next week or two, we're going to maybe give ourselves angiograms of all the different veins and arteries of flow that go through our lives. And angioplasties, the Roto-Rooter, where we kind of clean out some of that flow, some of the blockage. Our society that we live in is the most anti-flow society that I don't know, it's just a very anti-flow society. We are convinced that we don't need to think for ourselves. We are convinced that we're just working folks, we're poor people. Therefore, we are absolutely too ignorant, too lazy, lack the courage and the wisdom to be successful and be part of the upper class. That's not true. It has nothing to do with not being smart enough, or being too lazy, or being too ignorant, or lacking courage. We have all those things, but the flow's a little plugged up because it's insistent in this society that we do what the status quo wants us to do. We become part of the herd. A great example, Howard Zinn wrote a book called The People's History of the United States. Some of you have read it or watched the documentaries about it or heard about it. It is banned from the education systems in 5 states. Not because it contains explicit sexual material or it has anything illegal in it. What it possesses is the truth about the ruthlessness and the inhumanity that exists within the status quo, the ruling class. The truth is, every one of us is a created being with the right to have all the wonderful things that life has to offer, that spirit has to offer, that the universe has to offer. We have that right to allow it to flow through us. I'm going to call it like a funnel. When you hold the funnel out, how many of you have worked in a soup kitchen or worked at a place where fire victims go, a crisis center, or worked at a community event, worked your butt off helping people? How many people have been in that position?
Or a restaurant.
Or, yeah. Exactly. while you're doing that kind of work, first off, it's a little uncomfortable because it's out of your comfort zone. And chances are the conditions there aren't great. They're crowded, slippery, dirty, hot, cold, something. But when you're doing that, be honest. Have you ever felt more alive? You had this funnel for compassion and caring and sharing whatever you had to share. You had it stuck out in the universe, just filled up the funnel. And you pointed it as it flowed through you, and all this space of this energy flowing through you elevated your consciousness, elevated your awareness. And when it passed through you and on out into the universe, the pressure was increased a little bit. And the most important thing, it was part of the flow, but it was personalized. It had your personalized touch. It had your consciousness. It had your signature with it. And you made a difference. As this flow comes through us, it makes us alive. And that's in every aspect of our lives. How many of you have, I don't know, painted your bedroom, moved all the furniture back, gone to the store, got the paint, mixed it up, moved everything, painted it up, cleaned it up, moved all the furniture back, and spent $30 for a gallon of paint? How many of you have done that or something similar to that? You put forth a lot for something that was strictly appearance. Just changed the color of the wall. Didn't change how it kept the weather out or how it held your pictures. It just changed the color. Have we spent that much time and effort and work and money on changing our lives, enriching our lives? We sit here every Sunday and we bask in the, I'll call it warm and fuzzy of fellowship. And all of us get something from that. This love and fellowship flows through us, and it's personalized. It flows through that funnel, and we're built up. We feel alive. We give that effort. We give that time. We're aware of that. How about the other parts and facets of our lives? I'm going to go for it, Wayne. I'm just going to go for it. We have many facets of life, and today I'm going to start with a facet of life that every single one of us could do an angioplasty on and increase the flow. And what I'm talking about is abundance and prosperity. And most of us, this is our fun. Seriously. We look at money as a thing. But money is just a tool. Just like this statement we read, prosperity and abundance isn't about money. It's about what we think of ourselves. And just as you work all day in the soup kitchen or work all night painting your bedroom, if we put that effort into opening up that flow of abundance and prosperity, it can flow through us. receive as you give. That's a trade. That's a deal. That's an arrangement. But when you open up yourself and start taking in the abundance and the prosperity that the earth, that the universe, that Spirit gives you, it may be $3. Doesn't make any difference. When you open that vein up, when you hold that funnel up in the air, even if it's only this big, it will go through. And when you share it, it picks up value of your personal blessing. And I'm not talking about the check you write to Church of the Oaks. I'm talking about the abundance that you share, the prosperity that you share with the universe. That flow going over. I've heard people say, well, I don't have much money, so my check is little. That's probably well and true. But there's a plug in. It's clogged up right here. If you open this up, it opens this end up too, and more flows in. It's about the flow. And when we constrict the flow, we become unhealthy in every aspect of our lives. And then there's the well, I don't have any discretionary money, but I will tithe, I will share with the universe with my time and my talent. Just through the funnel way. You block the vein clear off. All of us. I'm going to give you an assignment for next week. Think about all of the different flows that go through your life. And think about how they are blocked. What can we do to change, to open up these flows, these funnels of compassion, of love, of caring, of money, of wisdom, of courage, all these things that we have a right to. We were designed to have flow through us like they do every other being, every other living thing. The unseen flows through them, and they live together in an unbelievable level of harmony and peace. We're the only ones that can shut all that down just because, for a million reasons. Allowing someone else to make our decisions for us, allowing someone else to tell us how to think, how to live, how to be. We all had that gift of open flow the moment we drew our first breath. And immediately, our brothers and sisters started blocking up the different flows. You're too tall, you're too short, your hair is the wrong color. You're African American, you're black, you're brown. All of these different things, oh, you're a woman. All these things, we accept them. For some reason, we accept that we're less than. We accept that we have the ability to make a lesser amount of money. We accept that we see these rich guys, oh, no way I could ever be that smart or courageous or have that much commitment to my profession. Bullfinger. Let's each of us really spend some time. You want to enrich your life? Then you're going to have to work at it. We all are. And let's spend some time this week thinking about, where am I uncomfortable? What parts of my life are messed up and why? What flow have I blocked off? What flow has been blocked off from bruises or scars or hurtful things that have happened in our lives has shut us down, has shut down some of our feelings, have shut down our responses to where we just react. You want an enriched life? You got to work on it. All of us do. And your response is, the fact that you're here every Sunday, you come for a whole lot more than warm and fuzzy. You really do. You give a damn. And you keep coming back because you really want to enrich your life and enrich the life of people around you. I believe, you want to elevate your consciousness. You want to make this world more fit to live in. You want to see us as human beings quit destroying each other and our planet. And all of us have the wherewithal to grab out a funnel of peace, a funnel of connection, compassion, acceptance, and let it flow through with us and enlarge our capacities and personalize it and send it right back out into the universe. And it makes a difference every single time. I am so tickled with our board of directors. I've been hinting for a very long time. We're not having fundraisers anymore. Because you know what that means when we have a fundraiser? That means we have lack. When we do our budget every year, we don't. We look at last year to see how much PG&E cost and how much the minister's housing allowance was and how much garbage removal was and how much the janitor was, how much was the water. That's what it costs for us to be in business. We don't so much look at the income. Because we have always believed if we keep our intention in the right direction and keep doing what we're in business to do, our needs will be met. If we looked at it like, oh, before we can give, we have to see what our income's going to be. Well, quite frankly, folks, if we depended on our income from Sunday mornings, you couldn't afford a minister. You might be able to pay PG&E and the trash removal, but we open up our funnel and allow the universe to provide for our needs. And we got a pretty good idea of what our expenses will be, and we just really don't pay that much attention to where our income comes from. We've got the funnel as open as we can get it and allow it to flow in. And you know what? It's always coming in. We haven't had a late charge on the bill in years. We tithe to different places like cots in the living room and the animal shelters and all. We tithe to different places in our community. When you think, God, how are we going to pay PG&E? We got a $500 bill. We don't care where the money comes from. We know it will come. We've got to keep that funnel open. We've got to keep the trash out of it, the limitation out of it. And when we start doing that in our individual lives, that was a hard lesson for me to learn. It took a very long time to really trust that if I do what I feel that is my job to do in this life and give it my best, the universe will certainly give its best to see that my needs are met. This feeling of lack. Let me give you an example. How many people in here have a credit card? How many have a credit card? Not a bank card, but a credit card. You know why you have that? Deep down inside of you, there's a little person that says, I may not be able to have enough money. I may need this insurance policy because I'm not sure of myself. I don't have my own enough confidence in the universe or me. So I've got this credit card. And thank God I had this credit card, because when Aunt Elvira died last fall, I couldn't have gone to the funeral. Thank God. God didn't give you that credit card. Some greedy dude at the bank that wanted to see that you felt that you didn't have confidence in your own earning and budgeting potential, that you didn't have confidence in the universe to provide for you. He gave you that for a small fee. And he knows if he can keep you fearful of the future and limited in your way you think about abundance and prosperity, he's going to make a ton of money off your dumb butt. And that's the logic. Not very warm and fuzzy, but by everything in it, I believe it's the truth. And I think every one of us has the God-given ability to clean out these funnels and really start holding them up and collecting all this wonderful energy that covers this planet and let it flow through us. You will be amazed. One little funnel, one little itty-bitty funnel that just barely trickles. You'll come across that, you'll clean it out, and pretty soon it'll be a huge stream of flow through you that will give you a whole new facet of vibrant life. We were created as creatures, as animals, as mammals, as human beings to thrive, just like the oak trees, just like the fish. And the only reason we have difficulty thriving, for the most part, is because of our own self-esteem, our own choice to limit the flow of all of what Spirit has designed for us to flow through us and make possible that vibrant, peaceful, fulfilling experience called life. Road's got a lot of bumps in it, a lot of pain. All those things are to teach us lessons. If our brains are opened up, if the flow of thinking and mind goes through us to where we can actually learn something from it, or just get in the habit of bang and react, bang and react. That's your assignment this week, is look through all of the flows, all of the facets of your life, and think about, where am I blocked? And next Sunday, I don't know if it'll be through the service or afterwards in the coffee, but we're going to have some dialogue, and we're going to talk about these things. We're all family. We work hard at being family and holding hands and sticking together through the tough. All right, let's work hard and grow. Let's work hard and enrich our lives together. You look through this room, there's a bunch of us old people in here. We've had a lot of experiences. We've tried a lot of things, and we've learned a lot of things. And we're all here willing to share that. So I'm as serious as a heart attack, and I know what those are like. Let's really do some work. Not as much as painting the whole bedroom or even in the inside of a closet, but let's spend a little time thinking about, where are we blocked up? And every one of us is. Every one of us. We're human beings that are living in 2019, and we've all got blockage. And let's work together and clear a little bit of this blockage and see if we can all get bigger funnels and allow more of that Spirit, more of the compassion and love and understanding and acceptance and wisdom and courage and forgiveness to flow through us. That's when our lives will be enriched. Is when the unseen, all of His power and energy of God flows through us as we walk and talk and breathe and think. I just said a lot of words. We'll see if they had effect. We'll see if you heard. And let's work together to get bigger funds. Let's work together to allow Spirit to flow through us in every facet of our lives.